Hello. So my name is Tammy. This is my introductory video onto my channel. It is a brand new channel, and I actually used to vlog about 5 or 6, maybe 7 years ago. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. I have over the years, though, kept watching YouTube like most people do, and I decided that I wanted to go ahead and start a new channel and start doing weekly vlogs. So to tell you a little bit about myself and what I would like my channel to be, I am 36 years old. I will be 37 in July, and I am married. My husband is 32. He'll be 33 in June, and he is incarcerated. He's not in jail. He is in prison. He is serving a 28-year prison sentence. He was sentenced at the age of 19, and so he's already done a good portion of his time, over half of his time. And so that's what I would like this channel to be about for the most part. I would like to talk about meeting somebody while they're incarcerated, because that's how I met him. I would also like to talk about visiting and communication with somebody that's incarcerated, how to overcome challenges with communication, just anything and everything as far as legislation, bills that are being passed. I follow it all. I'm really, really I read up on, I watch a lot of news on the legislation, especially in my state as well as in the nation, as far as mass incarceration and prison reform goes. So I do have a lot of knowledge on that, and I work with a lot of other people that are really into that as well. So, yeah, I'm trying to think a little bit more history. I told you that he was arrested at 19. I met him, however, May 10th of 2014, so it's almost our 2-year anniversary. And I consider like when we met, like when we started dating, because it was just an instant connection. I did meet him through a pen pal site, and that was my main intention. Was I was bored. I was living actually in a different state, and I didn't feel like I fit in the state. I moved to Tennessee for work, and I did not like it there. I didn't really know many people, and I just felt like I did not fit because I am originally from California, and everybody that I came in contact with knew that I was not from that area. They assumed that I was from California, or they called me a Yankee. So anyhow, I went on this prison pal website, and I came across his profile, and I kept coming back to it. And I swear to God, like, I'm not BSing you or anything. Like, I looked at his profile, and I read it, and it made me laugh, and I was like, oh, like, I'm going to keep looking through this. And I kept coming back to his, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to email him. So I emailed him through a service called JPay, which is one of the main ways to keep in touch with somebody that's incarcerated. I know a lot of places in the U.S. offer JPay, but I know not everywhere offers it, because I do know some people in California that they still have to write through snail mail. But so yeah, so I emailed him through JPay, and he emailed me back like a day or two later, and within a week or two we were talking on the phone. About a week later we did a couple video visits, and 3 months after talking, I moved back to Washington because I had lived here before and I was already planning on moving back here. So I moved back here in August, and then in November we got married, November 22nd. So it was literally like almost 6 months to the day from the time that we got together till when we got married. And we got married at the prison. A large portion of his family was there, his parents, his cousin, his best friend. My mom was there. My other family lives out of state, so they weren't able to come. but we got married there. For being in a prison and getting married, it was a pretty good situation. We're definitely going to renew our vows when he gets out and have all of our friends and family there. But yeah, so that's how that happened between us. Um, it'll be 2 years that we've been together, like I said, May 10th. And so I have, in the 2 years, gone through a lot of experience with talking to other prison wives or um, girlfriends of those that are incarcerated or just loved ones. Um, so I have a lot of knowledge as far as, like I said, visiting goes, legislation. I also would like to do some videos on just talking to somebody that's incarcerated, maybe giving you tips on how to start that process and how to be safe with that process, because I know there is a large portion of people that are incarcerated that aren't honest, that set out to use people for money and that kind of thing. So I know there's tons of red flags to watch out for. I actually did a background check on my husband when I first started talking to him, and I straight up told him that too. And we are definitely brutally honest with each other. That is one of our vows. And we have never broke that at all. I think that's what keeps us strong. And he's definitely my best friend and my husband. I love him more than anything. Um, he never asked me to send him money when we started talking. He never really asked for anything. The only thing that he asked of me was like to come and visit him. And that was pretty much it. Um, yeah, so I want to do a lot more. We're at 7 minutes right now. I don't want this to go too long. I'd like to do videos also on, just certain things like phone calls, like how to put money on the phone, when you go to visit, how to put money on debit cards. Some institutions you actually have to bring in quarters or money, and other institutions like the one that I go to, they actually have have it right here. And they have a card. It looks like a little debit card. If you can see that. Anyway, yeah, and so you just put money on this, and then you put it in the vending machines, and you can purchase your food for the visits that way. And then just the process of checking in when you go to the prison. I know, like, when I first went to visit him, I was super nervous because, not that I was at a prison, but I was more nervous about the fact that, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know how to check in or, like, do any of that process. And the DOC, everything changes so much within the DOC that you don't know, like, if you read the rules online on the website, if it's going to be the same when you go there. Because I know, like, I looked at the requirements for clothing online before I actually went, and it was totally different when I actually went to visit. So I think it's really nice to have somebody that can provide that information to you. If you have any questions, that's there to answer your questions. And also, I want to let you guys know there's some awesome support groups on Facebook. When I first met him, I went on to a website called, Prison Talk. It's prisontalk.com, I believe that's the website. Don't quote me on that. But so that's actually how I found out in the beginning, like how to check in and that kind of thing. And then some people told me to go on Facebook and to look on Facebook at certain groups. And I want to pull it up really quick because there are some really awesome support groups on Facebook. And the women there are amazing. I have made some really, really good friends in the last couple of years just going into these groups. Give me 1 second here. If I can find it. I've got too many groups on Facebook. Oh. Anyway, I can't find it this second. But one of the groups, if you go and type in just MWI, which stands for Met While Incarcerated, it'll pull up, or you just type in prison wife or prison support all these groups will pop up, and like I said, just try them out. Some of them will be for you, some of them won't. I've joined groups and then left because there's been a little bit of drama, so you just have to find out what's the best one for you is. I have also myself created a page on Facebook, and I just did it a couple days ago, but it's for a cause. It's to pass a bill in Washington. We're trying to get a bill passed here for men or women that were sentenced between 18 to 23 years old, and they got a long sentence, like my husband. We're trying to get the sentences reduced. So California just passed a bill, SB 261, and if they were 18 to 23 years old while sentenced, they either will be getting out at 15 years, 20, or 25 years served, depending on their crime. So that passed last year, and if that comes to Washington, that would be amazing, because there's so many people that have been sentenced at a young age and got these like 30, 40, 50-year sentences that they would qualify as part of this bill. My husband would be out in 2 years instead of 13 years if this bill got passed. But anyhow, the name, if you go onto Facebook and you just type in Washington State Coalition for Youth Sentencing Reform, that is my page that I created, and you can just go up there and click sign up, I think it says. Sign up? Yeah, sign up. It'll take you to the petition, and you can sign that petition. We're trying to get as many signatures as possible so we can get that passed here in Washington. And the more states that it's passed in, the more likely it is to get passed in every other state. So, yeah, so that's where we're at. But I would love to make vlogs every week or more. Like I said, just let me know. You can leave me a message there on my Facebook page, here on my YouTube page. Definitely subscribe, thumb up, thumb down, good comment, bad comment. Hopefully there's no bad comments. I'm sure there will be, because this is prison related, and there's going to be somebody that's going to come on and judge me for being with somebody that's incarcerated. But that's okay. Everybody has their own opinion, and I've dealt with it. So it's no skin off my back. But yeah, I just would love to hear from you guys. I love helping people. I'm going to school to be a chemical dependency counselor. That is what I love doing, is helping people. So anyhow, I'm going to cut this off at 13 minutes. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I promise the next video will be better. This was my first one in several years, so I'm still trying to get used to it. And yeah, like I said, I'll have more information for you guys on my next video. Alright, and you guys have a great rest of your day and rest of your week. Bye.